This week's Haftarah starts off with some rather harsh calamities that God promises to bring upon Egypt. But then it ends with God referring to Egypt as one of a triumvirate. Egypt, Assyria, and Israel being God's people, God's inheritance, and all that. What? It seems a bit of a lack of congruity. But, the truth is that's history. There's the old saying that His Majesty's government has neither permanent friends nor permanent allies, only permanent interests. The truth is someone may be your friend today and not be your friend tomorrow. Someone may be your enemy today but not tomorrow. And we see that in our history. Our ancestors lived relatively comfortably in the Muslim countries, but in Christian Europe, it was anything but comfortable. Today, however, many Christian groups, I'd say most Christian groups, are quite happy to be friendly to the Jews and to Israel. Many of them are great supporters of Israel, for better or for worse, but our Muslim friends, our Muslim-controlled neighbors, shall we say, not as much. What happened? And I read a book once. It was a novel, speculative future, shall we say. Sort of a historical novel. Went into the future, started from today, real-world scenario now, just speculating what might happen. And it started with the current scenario. And somehow, they worked into the plot, the so-called Arab nations, Muslim-controlled nations around Israel, for whatever reason, politics changed, became great supporters of Israel against the invasion from the so-called Western countries. It's possible. At least that particular book explains how it could happen. Okay, whether it will, different question. The point is, you have friends, hold on to your friends while you have them, but don't rely upon them forever. All right, the prophet does say that you shouldn't trust in humans, as in you shouldn't put all of your faith into humans. Trust in God. God will never abandon you. God will never desert you. God doesn't switch allegiances. God doesn't reject His chosen people. But, above all else, you stick to yourself. And I don't mean keep to yourself and ignore everybody else. What I mean is, you have to be true to who you are. As the great bard, William Shakespeare, put into the mouth of Polonius in his play Hamlet, this above all to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not be false to any man. Don't try to give up who you are to be liked. Don't think they'll like Jews if we did something different. They'll like Jews if we were less Jewish. Defeats the purpose, doesn't it? They won't like Jews, they'll like whatever you're pretending to be. And the fact is, if they don't like it, they won't like you no matter what you do. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Stick to who you are. Be proud of who you are, of what you stand for. Stick to that. Stick to our God who will never betray us. Stick to the Torah, which is the essence of Israel. Stick to our existence and our identity. Always be proud of that. Stick with it. Shabbat Shalom.